Welcome back, guys. So, all alone now. My buddy has left. He came out for some coffee and campfire fun. So now it's just me and the darkness and the cold. I expect to hear a lot of deer tonight. I hope they will not come to my camp. There's a huge fire here, so the smell should keep them away, I hope. There's deer droppings all around this entire area. I'm on top of a hill camping, so I think they will mainly stay down below me. Hopefully they won't come up here during the night and spook me. At least I got my trusty old Transforce small forest axe, which used to process the wood together with the Bako Laplander. So this fire puts out some really nice heat now that we have a lot of coals burning. So I'm interested to see how cold it will get tonight. I have no idea, because the weather forecast has not been very stable. It said it was -1 or something where I live this morning, and it was almost -8 Celsius. So it might get quite cold. I'm also interested to see how much condensation I will get tonight in this temperature in my shelter. There used to be a series on YouTube where the Norwegian army had made a video on how to put up the Jerven shelter, or Fjellduken. There are different makers. This is the recommended setup for a single-man shelter. Now the smoke, of course, is enveloping me here, so it will smell like a smoked sausage. But anyway, this is the recommended way. I put it. There's 2 ways to rig it: one with the zipper on top, one with the zipper on bottom. The way with the zipper on the top, you will get more ventilation, but we shouldn't get any snow or rain or anything tonight. But you never know, so I rigged it with the zipper on the bottom, so we got zippers on either end and one on the bottom, and it's waterproof on top. So that should keep most of the rain out, or snow, or sleet, or whatever we might get. Oh, my water is freezing, so it's cold enough for that at least. It will be a relaxing night, I hope. No trolls, so scary monsters around. So, for Helsinki Pop, I have brought out a small bottle of bitter. This is original bitter. As he said, bitter is kind of going out of fashion. Well, in Norway we have the Danish favorite gammeldansk, Old Danish, which is popular still. At least people seem to drink it. More of tradition, I guess. This one is a little bit sweeter. Not very sweet, but a little bit sweeter than gammeldansk. So it's a little bit more palatable. It's quite nice. They only sell them in these small bottles here in the liquor store. But yeah, it's pretty nice. Of course, it's not something you drink a lot of. It's a digestive after your meal. I might insert some footage now of my meal. It is what we call snurring. You buy it in a packet now. They used to come in a tin, but now they've gone all eco-friendly and started to pack them in these cardboard boxes instead. It contains some sort of tomato sauce, rice, peas, pork meat fat, that sort of thing. One tin of half a kilo contains 900 to 1,000 calories, which is a good meal. So that's what I've ate tonight, and some chocolate, and I've also got some fruit here somewhere. I used to have some fruit here. Anyway, my fruit has escaped me, but I have some fruit as well. So I will sit here by my campfire, have a small drink. So, for you, Pop, a small drink. Tastes kind of like cough syrup, doesn't it? Morning, guys. So it is about 9 a.m. in the morning. I slept pretty good. I was not cold. I only used my sleeping bag. I didn't need to put anything over it to heat up. I was out to pee at 1 a.m. and at that time it was -4 Celsius. And now when I checked, it was -3 or something. So gotta get out of the sleeping bag and get some coffee on. So this is my view this morning. That's the amount of ventilation I had in that end. Could have probably had less. Up in this end, let me show you. That's the opening there. There's a little bit of condensation on that grommet. And a tiny bit around the opening I see some glittering. And I suspect it to be about the same down there, but not bad at all. It's been a very comfy night. This is the Jerven Hunter. It is what I slept in tonight. it got down to about -4 Celsius, at least when I was up. I have rigged it in the official cocoon setup. This is what the army teaches for a cold weather one-man shelter. Mine is modified a little bit. I used a German ground top underneath, and then I used my foam mat outside of the shelter, not inside. And then I have a inflatable mat inside my shelter. The army way is just rigging it up with the foam pad within the shelter. No ground top, no foam, no inflatable mat. Since I paid for the shelter myself and they are quite expensive, I want to protect it as much as possible. So the ground here has quite a few small pokey twigs sticking up, and I don't want that poking holes in my expensive shelter. So that's why the foam mat is under it, and the top is under there to have something to step on, really. The inflatable mat on the inside is just for comfort. It makes it nicer. It also stretches out your sleeping area, so you get some more room. Having the foam mat on the inside does the same. I have rigged mine with the seam, the zipper on the bottom, and then the closed side on the top. If it's cold and dry, you can of course have the zipper up top, but I thought I would try this for condensation as well. I just got a tiny bit of condensation around the openings where I have these carabiners clipped. So I'm pretty happy with that. So how I rigged it is with a carabiner. It's a little bit small, this carabiner. I should have gotten a bigger one, but that's what I had. Tied around a tree. Then on the opposite side I have another carabiner and a Prusik loop for tightening on the bottom cord, and then just a simple loop around the tree on either side. I think it blends in pretty well with the environment. This is of course not mountainous terrain, but it's mountain camo. It works well in forests as well as mountains. If there are some rocks around, it really looks pretty cool. Their forest camo I don't think blends very well here in Norway. Might blend better in other places. This is what the inside looks like. So I have my mat and my free-season sleeping bag. It's comfort rating at -1 Celsius. And that's when I wake up and I'm cold, with the sleeping bag I found when it gets below freezing. But within this shelter, I did not. We're all packed up now. And it's time to go down to the soapstone quarry and have a look before we head back down to the car. This is the real challenge of winter camping. All the stuff you need to carry. This is an 85-liter bag. And it's completely full. So if you plan to do both some bushcrafting and camping and hiking and everything in winter, be sure to get a big enough bag. I see very many people carrying around 40-liter, 30-liter bags with all sorts of gear strapped on the outside. For me, the only thing I want to strap on the outside is the foam mat. Maybe I'll strap the 4-person tent if I'm going with the kids on top of the bag, because it's just huge. But yeah, that's something to consider. Get a big enough bag. I found 85 liters to be the minimum for winter. I'm tempted to get a 120-liter bag so I can fit all the stuff I want to carry. But yeah. Thought I'd show you this. This is deer central. There's so much trace of deer
around here. A lot of droppings. Also the trees, many of them, are missing a lot of bark. And all the ground here is completely stepped up. And this is not from me. This is from all the deer, which is here, in this area. So, this is the old quarry where they extracted soapstone from the 1930s. At least the road up here was built in the 1930s. And they kept going till 1975 was the last extraction. Soapstone from here has been used in Nidarosdomen to make sculptures. And probably in many other churches as well. This is as far as I can get. It is just ice. Just really compact ice. So I can't get any further. Maybe I'll go back here in the summertime and explore some more up there. You see the redness of the stone, that's a trait of this specific region, the stone which is straight up there. So, time to get back down again. Here in the rocks you can see traces of the quarry work where they drilled to extract rocks. You can also see traces all around many of these bigger boulders, which is down here by the loading area. Here you'll find all traces of the work which happened here back in the day. Benches, oil cans. British make. Thanks, England. Thanks for watching, and take care.